Hello folks out there in ICT1 for winter of 2021. Matt Arnold coming at you again with module 2.1. Today we're looking at 21st century competencies. So luckily I recently took another AQ where I was able to take a serious look at 21st century competencies in depth and see how these worked into tools and strategies and problem solving and so on. So I'm also going to demonstrate the use of Google Keep as an effective tool for learning. So in this case, as a portfolio tool for learning that I'm using for today to demonstrate some of my learning and organize some of my thoughts better. So the first piece that I've done here is I've created what's called a label within Google Keep. Down here you can see ICT module 2.1, and I just did that by editing labels and creating a label that I could organize my work in. The second piece was to take some screenshots of articles and resources that I had used to look at 21st century competencies in my other class, and tried to incorporate some of the language from the video and loop that in with ways that I have tried to use that in my class and how it connects to the resource itself. So the first one we're going to look at is quite simply from 21st century competencies, the document itself. I just found an infographic to help me better frame my thinking around 21st century competencies. And the links for these are I can include those as well in the post afterwards. So, right, these are just a review and they hook in well with the themes that are in the video as well. So you can see here that at one point I was looking at this as a requirement of a blended learning component for a program that I'm thinking, an experiential learning program that I'm looking to develop with the Alt-Ed classes in the Alt-Ed program at my school. All right. Next is an article called Shop Class as Soul Craft. So being a person who's worked on bicycles for as long as I have, this is of great interest to me, and a lot of the same skills can really be taken from manual trades. So the thought of the importance of tool learning and looking at apps as tools that can be applied to different assignments, different assessments, and so on, and also looking at identifying root causes and problem-solving strategies and tools that you can use and you can transform or transfer over into a workplace environment. Really, any workplace environment, these are skills, transferable skills that you can bring to any workplace environment that you find yourself in, which is particularly handy in the possible gig economy that students are going to be finding themselves in. All right, close that out. And next one, I looked at Learning for All, the Learning for All document from 2013, and there's a link here for this. And students, the video talked about students as wanting to be able to measure their success, and also the benefits of developing class profiles, student profiles, and talking to students about their ongoing goals and having them measure their success. So co-creating, sitting down with students, co-creating their goals with them, and then having them measure their success as they go. So in my Alt-Ed room, the students get Alt-Ed and credit recovery. They get diplomas almost that are hung up on the wall that they can see for all the credits that they've recovered over the time, or all of the Alt-Ed classes that they have achieved that semester. So instead of just being able to get 4 credits in a semester, some can get 5, 6, and some even 7 if they work toward that. Students feel way more successful when they feel in control of their learning. And then finally, the citizenship framework. So the video talked about students wanting to, or helping students become active participants in society and a safe place for them to socialize, that there's still a place in the school to talk about socialization, to talk about creating a safe space where they can grow and develop as students and maybe make some mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and so on. Also talking about community partnerships and such as applying for grants, as was done with my bike program. I had a couple of students help us apply for grants with the Rotary Club and also with the County of Centre Wellington. Awesome. So that is how I used Google Keep as a tool. Strategy being organization in this case, that's learning skill. And there are many different functions to Google Keep that if anyone wants to know, please send me a message. I would love to hop onto a Google Meet and talk more about Google Keep. Thanks for your time. Talk to you soon.